to another edition of IMB Methods TV. My name is Joe Anthony, and I'm from JA and Associates, and we're a reputation marketing firm. Today, I have with me a very special guest, Larry DeBrunner, who has been an amazing accountant. Larry just celebrated his 45th year, his 45th tax season, that is. So, Larry, thank you. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Joe. Thanks a lot for having me on here today.
Okay, great. Well, Larry, you know, every month there's literally hundreds, if not thousands, of people that are searching online for a good accountant in their local area. And you having so many years of experience, you know, I'm honored to have you here. Can you share your expertise with us on what someone should be looking for when they're looking for a good accountant in their local area?
Sure. Well, as we've established, I've been a CPA now for a little over 45 years, and over that 45-year period of time, I've been partners in different CPA firms, and I've also been a sole practitioner probably 2 or 3 times also during that 45-year period of time. And what had happened is about 6.5 years ago, the firm that I was a partner with, I had, about 18 years prior to that, I had sold my tax practice to that firm. And over that 18-year period of time, the tax partner and I didn't always see eye to eye. You know, we'd butt heads together, and it just wasn't, over that period of time, wasn't the most pleasant a relationship. So then one day, out of the clear blue, he comes to me and he says, "Larry, how would you like to acquire your tax practice back again?" So, you know, I didn't want to look overzealous at the time and say, "Hey, great idea." I said, "Let me think about it, and I'll come back the next day." So that's what happened. I came back the next day, except meeting with him. I didn't meet with him. He had me meet with the female partner in the firm. So we sat down and we discussed the whole situation. And I said to her, I said, what I'd like to do is have the agreement, look it over, and see that everything meets to my satisfaction. And she said, "Larry, we're not going to do an agreement." She said, "We're just going to do this on a handshake." And for me, that spoke volumes about me, about my integrity, and working with people. So I went ahead and we looked at it. I agreed to it, and then what she wanted to do, which was totally agreeable to me, she wanted to send out a letter to each and every one of my clients. And down at the bottom of that letter, there were 2 boxes that the clients would check. First box, they wanted to follow me in my tax practice, or the second box indicated that they wanted to remain a client of that firm. Well, Joe, the thing that I am so proud about when those letters were sent out, and I told them, I told the partner, I said, you know, they're going to follow me. Well, they wanted to go through the letter. That's fine. So the letters came back 100% across the board. Every client indicated they wanted to follow me in my own practice. And to me, that spoke volumes. That made me very proud.
Wow, that's fantastic. So basically, it's your reputation that led every one of your past clients to, you know, because they knew the great quality of service that you provided for them. Would you agree with that?
100%, I'd agree with that.
Okay,
and,
great.
You know, we're talking about service. Let me say something in reference to that. You know, I personally don't care whether you're in a service business like me with my tax practice, or whether the business is a wholesale, retail type of business. Whatever business you're in my opinion, there's one key word, and that key word is service. You give your customers, your clients, good service, and they'll be with you forever. As is the case with my tax practice, because over my 45 years period of time, I've had clients that have moved out of the state of Florida. Let's say they moved up to Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee. I've had them move out to Colorado, California. Well, that word service speaks volumes, because before they left, they said, Larry, we've appreciated the service, the clients, everything that you've provided for us. We want to retain you as our CPA, even though we're moving out of state. And to me, that's the key.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. So Larry, let me ask you, if someone was to pick up the phone right now and to call the number on the screen, and what type of experience would they experience, doing business with your firm, and or what type of service do you provide?
Okay, I can address that very easily. One of the things that I have done all over my career is, since I'm involved solely in taxes, I will send out a tax organizer to all my clients at the start of tax season, be it for individuals, be it corporations, partnerships, whatever. And on those organizers, on the far right-hand column, for every page, it'll have the amount that was used on the prior year return. For example, types of income. Each type of income will have the amount of income reported on the tax return for the prior year, and the same thing is applicable to expenses. So what that does, as they're trying to gather the information for the current year, it gives them a guideline. In other words, if they come up with a figure that's substantially lower than what they had last year, or let's say substantially higher, it guides them as a trigger to say, oh, maybe I need to look at that a little bit further and see if I've picked up everything, or maybe I might have duplicated everything. So that's, not all firms use that, and I don't understand why, but to me, that is a key ingredient, because it helps the client and it makes tax season less threatening to them, because they've got a guide to go by and gathering up their current year information.
That's brilliant. I really like that. So let me just do a quick recap. Number one, you would say basically that's most important when someone's looking for a really good accountant in their local area would be the reputation of the accountant. Number two would be the type of quality service that they provide. And number three would be like personal attention. Would you agree with that?
1,000%, I agree with that.
Okay, great. So, Larry, I know that you do something special, for new clients. Can you explain a little bit about that to me?
Well, one of the things that I do is when a client calls me and I set up an initial interview for them to come in, I let them know right up front, hey, when you come in, the meter is not running, because I think that puts their mind at ease. They can come into my office and they know that what they say right then, they're not going to be billed for. It's a fact-finding. It's a relationship building type thing for a new client when they come in, and for existing clients, because so many of my clients I've had, like I said previously, so many years, they've become like family to me. And when they come in, many cases I haven't seen these clients for maybe, for most of the year. I'll contact them during the course of the year, see if they have any questions or see how they're doing. But when they come in, they know they can sit there for 15 minutes, sometimes a half an hour. And I just bring myself up to date with what's been happening with them. Sometimes I feel like I'm a counselor, because they will, funny enough, they'll come in and sometimes I feel like they're dumping things on me, like what's happened for the year, problems, anything like that. And that's what it's all about, putting a client at ease, knowing that they're not going to be billed for everything that we're talking about, and it's a comfort building thing for them.
Well, that's fantastic, and you being a marketplace leader and being an expert in your industry certainly shows with everything that you shared here, in this interview. So if anyone would really like to know more information, about Larry, you can go ahead and you can call him now at the number on the screen. It's 954-968-3505. Larry not only provides you with a free consultation, but he adds a personal touch, and he wants to welcome you into his family. So Larry, I want to thank you for your expertise and your time, and thank you so much for joining us on this live interview.
Well, Joe, I want to thank you for taking the time and interviewing me, and it means a lot to me to have this, what you've done today for me, and it gets out to the general public who I am and the type of CPA I am, which the public needs to know before they go searching for a new CPA. And like anything, the best reference you can have is word of mouth.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, and have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.